Hi everyone, Sylvia LaFair here, and I've been working diligently on my Stress Busters program and a new book that will be coming out, which is, for me, fun and exciting. But something happened yesterday that made me decide to do this video today. I got a call from someone and I didn't recognize the voice. So when I said, "Who is this?" he said, "This is an old friend who's been through your leadership program." And I still couldn't get the voice. And he said, "Don't you remember me? My name is Not Good." And I thought, it's a pretty odd name, Not Good. He said, "Yeah, and my last name is Enough." And I went, "Not good enough." And I went, "Oh my God, how are you doing, Donald?" And it was very funny because I hadn't talked to him in a while, but he had won the award for the biggest self-doubter in our program. Now, what I want to say is, looking at this is very interesting in all the research. Women tend to have a bit more self-doubt than men, although men hold it back more. But in doing the research, we're women, as women, we're playing catch-up ball. So men listening to this, please pay attention because it's important. And I have some statistics here. It's really a generational thing, the not good enough. Do you know that women couldn't even have a credit card under their own name until 1974? A man had to co-sign with her. That kind of makes you feel a little doubtful about your own abilities. And, talk about this thing called pregnancy. It wasn't until 1978. Up till then, women could be fired for being pregnant on the job. So there was a lot of questioning and self-doubt, and I don't want to make this into a women's camp and a men's camp. I just want you to get that self-doubt is the fatal flaw that keeps everything locked down, and we have to fight against it. It's like being in a cage. Think of a beautiful bird in a beautiful bird cage, and they're there looking around saying, "I want to get out of here," not realizing that the door to the bird cage is open. All they have to do is push it with their head. It's the same with us. All we have to do with these cages we've created for ourselves is kick them with our foot, push them with our arm, push them with our head, however, whatever works for you. But it really is important to begin to look at this self-doubt. Now, I have in the program that I'm working on, the Stress Busters program, I have a whole area that will talk in more depth about it. But what I would like to give you today, just my little tidbits, is if you can think of these 3 questions to ask yourself at the end of every day. It's very important to think about it because this is where you have to move past self-doubt. One is, how honest have I been in talking with others? Am I telling the truth? If you're saying I'm not sure, what does that mean? How do you present yourself? What are you saying? And the other thing, somebody also, this Donald who called me said, is vulnerability the same as being a doubter, a self-doubter? It's a part of it, but being vulnerable is simply telling your truth. It's being honest. Self-doubting is saying, "I'm not good enough," which was his name for a while. All right, the other question, so that's one, how much did I tell the truth and where did I do it today? The next question is, did I shrink away from anything that I was going to do today because it made me uncomfortable? And that's really important. And just kind of look at it as you ask this, it will untie those knots inside, what I call the am nots, cannot, should not good enough, that turn into knots, K-N-O-T-S, that keep us locked so that we don't see that the door to the cage is really open. And the third question is, who did I judge today? That's really an important one because when we are judging others, we're also judging ourselves. So I want you to think about, who do you judge and what do you say when you're judging them? What do you say when you're finger pointing? Because there is that boomerang effect and it really is about you. So those are things I just wanted to give you some things to stir the pot a little bit today. And if you have questions or comments, please put them under this. And if you like this, I'd appreciate a like. Not been doing this that long, but I'm really getting that people on Facebook think likes are good. So whatever. If you do, I'd appreciate it. Now, this fatal flaw of self-doubt started when we were very young, and it crept up and it gets deep into us. So we've got to work with it. So those 3 questions, I'll say them again. 1, how honest have you been today? What did you shrink away that you felt you couldn't really do, that you've pulled back from, made you uncomfortable? And who did you judge? That's it for now. Chew on that. Just remember, that door to that cage, the self-doubt door, is unlocked. All you have to do is kick it open. Thank you. Have a beautiful rest of the day, and let's make a new day about how we handle stress and all the fears that are around at this time. Thanks so much.